I will going to continue working with the cockpit. The cockpit or the glass of the cockpit will going to give me more clear way to understand the shape, the project, everything. It will going to take more shape. So for this I will going to create a box. I will going to create just a simple box in this particular area. You can see here there is the box. This was a box, oh sorry, it was a rectangle I was created. I will going to create a box right now from this place to this place, and in the left view, like you can see here, like you can see the left view is the worst left view I can find in my in all this for this project, but let's see if we can do something with that. Okay, so I have this particular geometry here is a box. I will going to convert this to a editable poly. I will move the vertex something like this and something like this. Now you can see I'm creating some kind of trapezoid shape, and looking in the top view and looking in the is more, this is the view I like, the more precise, so I will guide me more by this particular view. Okay, so what I need right now is that this particular geometry have a break here. This is another, let me see if I can see it in the top view. It should be visible. I will, like you can see here, yeah, it's visible here. There is another break in this area. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. The first thing I will going to do right now is I will move this vertex to this position. So this is more what I have. I will going to cut this geometry by half. Let me undo this, and I will going to connect this, and I will going to delete the other half of this geometry because this is a symmetrical shape. I will going to delete all these parts because I just want to have this particular shape right now. So I will select the vertex and I will move them to this particular location, but like you can see I need to create this particular break. So for that I will going to select and I will going to connect right now. This is another line I have here, and using the reference maybe I can place the vertex where I need it, but in case I can, I just move them manually, something like this. Okay, so let me verify that this will going to be a little bit, I'm not sure if I think this is completely straight. Maybe it's just the perspective. Yeah, I think this is completely straight. So I will going to delete this particular part through, and this is it. This is more or less what I need. Like you can see, this is some smooth there. I can remove the smooth just applying a modifier. It will going to decrease the smooth. I will going to convert to poly again. Okay, let me see why these faces are looking. This I will going to make planar. Yeah, make planar and make planar. Let's see how it looks. Okay, something like this. Okay, so this is my cockpit, the cabin of the vehicle. It's quite good. I think it's working right now. The left view, remember, is not accurate, so I think I need another look in this particular image. Like you can see here, the cockpit comes and make this particular adjustment in the shape. It's not straight, so I think I should do this particular movements first. Or like you can see here, this is not straight. I will going to scale down to keep the line straight, and with shift I can create a new geometry that will going to be placed here, for example. Let me see if I can, okay, something like this. Okay, it looks better, it looks nice, and I will going to add a shell modifier to give some width, some thickness. I will enable the straighten lines, so this is what I have right now. Something like you will notice, and I will going to fix right now, is that those images I'm using for reference, if I see them, try to see through them for the other sides, they are blocking the geometry. So I will go to enable a property called display, back face cool, and this will allow me to see only in the normal or visible face, and the back face is not visible, and it will allow me to move and see the object from the other sides without blocking it. Okay, right now this is what I have. I have the cockpit, I have all this detail. I will continue with this another element of the cockpit, the top part of the cockpit. I will create again. For this one I will going to create a rectangle. Okay, I will convert this rectangle to editable spline, and I will start making my adjustments. I will add I will going to refine the to add more vertex. For example, in this particular place I will move something like this. I will going to convert to corner. Yeah, okay. Remember, I will not going to use this other side. Let me divide these two to keep the things symmetrical. I will going to divide. I will have this particular vertex here that is in the middle, so it will going to help me to make this symmetry. Okay, this is what I want. Like you can see, this particular shape is quite interesting because they have this curvature here. So let's see how we can achieve this particular shape. Let's go to the left view again and try to place in the right position. I will going to flatten all this, just scaling down in the y-axis. I will move this. Okay. So for this particular object, I will going to extrude again. Hey, what's up? When I move the, let me see where, when I move the reference. Okay. Okay, everything is okay. I will going to extrude. Something like this. So right now let's continue. I will not going to use the symmetry right now. I'm going to just model the half of the object, and then later I will going to duplicate or apply the symmetry or thing like that. But right now I think this is what I have. I will going to add the extrude modifier, or the deed poly modifier, sorry, and I will going to extrude this face. Okay, so like you can see here, what I'm doing right now is just creating this particular extrusion, and then this part of the of the shape I will going to move back, and then move, let's see, like you can see here, it's more visible in this part of the vehicle. I can even, for example, I can mirror the object in the y-axis. For example, if it is better to see in this particular area. So that you can see here, what I'm doing is creating this part. Let's move this a little bit, and like you can see, this is more or less what I need. But like you can see, this is not a soft curve, is more a sharpened curve right now. Let me see, I need to move this something like this. So what I think I can do with this particular object is I need to smooth this a little bit more. For doing this, I can just connect. I'll connect twice, for example, and I will move a little bit this vertex to give this particular curve effect. Okay, so this is more or less what I need. Let's take a look. I think I will going to move this to keep more pronunciated the curvature here. Then I can subdivide, for example, this particular area here. I will going to connect to cut from this to this part, and this way I can start controlling the curvature of this particular shape. Like you can see here, I can just manipulate this from the vertex, and I think it's working better. Okay, something like this. In the front view, like I said before, I don't have a good reference, but maybe this could be useful, maybe to understand a little bit more how the top part of the vehicle is right now. Maybe I need to move this to give a better curve in this situation too. Okay, this is something quite manually. There's a lot of things that needs to be improved, but what I want is to keep the flow of the lines in all views. Okay, I think it's more or less what I want. This particular effect you see here, that this breaking polygons you see in here, yeah, I can try to improve. Let's see if the auto smooth, like you can see here, the auto smooth will going to remove all of this. So if I render, this will not going to be visible. So that's why I not worry about this too much. I will take a look. I think I can adjust this a little bit more, because this shape, I think it needs to be more something like this. Let's see. I think it's more something like this. Like you can see, it's just a simple curve that comes from this part, something like this. So in this case, it should be something similar, something like this too. So that's why I will going to move the vertex, trying to keep the same shape, the same curve. I will going to scale this vertex to keep them straight. Let's scale them to keep them straight. The same with this vertex here. Okay, so I will keep this thing flowing from this direction, and then in the side view I have to adjust a little bit more. I think it's better this way. I think so. It looks comes from this side, exactly from this part of the geometry, and then this is it. I think it's good enough right now for the what I need. Later I will going to improve the overall look.